Today is Tuesday, 10 February 2026. Good day, welcome to another edition of Citizens Movement Radio News. I'm Bernard Chele, ready to bring you the latest news and updates. Here are today's headlines on Citizens Movement Radio News. Zimbabwe at edge as anger grows over cabinet plans to amend the constitution. DCP rise to cabinet warns against constitution amendment. MPs urged to reject Agenda 2030 bill. Now let's delve into the detailed stories. There is increasing agitation amongst opposition members and citizens at large after it was revealed that the government, through its cabinet, aims to make amendments to the country's constitution. The amendments include increasing the presidential term to 7 years, MPs to vote for the president instead of the citizens' vote. Chiefs will be able to be openly involved in partisan politics. A president will have the power to appoint 10 senators. Zimbabwe Defense Forces will no longer be mandated to uphold the constitution. Reacting to the development, one of the senior opposition officials, Comrade Gift Osalo Siziba, called on citizens to unite and collectively defend the constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. Meanwhile, citizens have spoken up against this development, saying they will heed calls of a united front against the mutilation of the constitution, with options of going to the streets to protest. Let's hear some of the citizens speaking.
Hello citizens, hello Zimbabwe, Tony Shawa here. The issue of the amendment of the constitution, which is a plan of the cabinet of Zimbabwe, they're planning to do that. I don't have many ways to say, but this is actually nonsensical, and this is a coup to the will of the people. They did a coup on the former president of the republic. Not that we loved him so much, but a coup is a coup. Now they are trying to do a coup on the will of the people, because that constitution, this is an expression of what the Zimbabweans want and what the Zimbabweans expect their country to be ran. So if a few individuals who are in high places are going to sit down and agree that they are going to change those things, that's a coup to the will of the people, which means now they are going to be in it's becoming a totalitarian state where it's run by one person and a few others who are supporting him. We also hear that they are going to increase the number of senators, which we know that if they are to do that, they are aiming to increase the number in the parliament, so that when the voting is happening, those people will fall to their will. Because as we speak right now, we don't have a formidable opposition in parliament, which means that most of those people who are in parliament, they've either been bought by the ruling elite, by ZANU-PF, or simply they are just representing their personal will in the parliament. So what can stop them from doing what ZANU-PF wants, bowing down to the pressures of ZANU-PF or to the goodies that they are offered by ZANU-PF? So I totally don't agree with the issue of the change of the constitution. It must not be done in that way. And we know that if the constitution is to be amended, or if they are to bring in the 2030 agenda, there has to be a referendum that has to happen, which means that the people have to vote whether they want their constitution to be changed or not changed. But we are seeing that they are trying to use every avenue that they can so that they can get to change the constitution, and they can get to give themselves absolute power, and they control every institution and every politician and every opposition in Zimbabwe. They run everything. But Zimbabwe has become a banana republic, so we cannot say it's going to become a banana republic. It's already a banana republic. It's already a totalitarian state. So the little that was left of the constitution, they are also trying to plunder that and to totally destroy that. And we don't appreciate it. We don't accept it. Thank you.
Meanwhile, the newly launched Defend the Constitution platform has today returned to the cabinet, warning them against violating the constitution in order to extend Emmerson Mnangagwa's term of office. In the letter signed by convener Jameson Timber, DCP said the cabinet has no mandate to amend the constitution that was born out of citizens' participation in a referendum in 2013. Meanwhile, one of DCP leaders, Obed Masaraure, said they are already mobilizing masses to reject the violation of the constitution to extend Mnangagwa's term of office. Masaraure said,
"What is encouraging for us is to see the 179,000 citizens who voted against the 2013 constitution joining forces with those who voted yes. It is now clear that Zimbabweans are singing with one voice that they are against the illegal extension of Mnangagwa's terms of office. If Emmerson Mnangagwa and this cabal feel like they want to amend the constitution and extend this term of office, they must go to the referendum. They should not be afraid of the people. They should bring their opinion to the people, and then the people will vote and make a decision. But we see the attempts by the elites to come together and connive through parliament to illegally extend the term of office. And we are saying to cabinet, you are going to be receiving that proposal from Ziyambi. It is incumbent upon all those who sit in that particular cabinet to realize that the mandate, they derive it from the constitution, a constitution that was co-created by the majority of the people of Zimbabwe. And they owe it to the people of Zimbabwe to really fully commit to adhere to the dictates of that particular constitution. We are not scared of whatever outcome they agree on as the elites, because we know all power belongs to the people, and the people are ready to take them head on. It is going to be unfortunate that an attempt to extend term of office might end up with Mnangagwa being pushed out of office prematurely before the current term even expires. So Mnangagwa has warned that he should at least adhere to the current constitution, finish his term, go home peacefully. But if he wants to continue on this path, he is inviting the full wrath of the people. And this will not end well for him. His legacy will be shredded, and he will regret the day he attempted to amend the constitution.
As Parliament reopened today, members of Parliament have been urged to resist a constitutional amendment that aims to allow ZANU-PF dictator Emmerson Mnangagwa to extend his term of office. The call was made by opposition spokesperson Promise Mkwananzi, who said MPs have a duty to protect the constitution and not to abet its mutilation. Mkwananzi said,
"We are very concerned and worried about the move to mutilate the country's constitution, undermine the will of the people of Zimbabwe, and violate every democratic tenet available to the citizens of this country. And we call upon members of Parliament and Senate to totally reject Mr. Mnangagwa's machinations to change the constitution using unlawful means to undermine the will of the people of Zimbabwe and to delegitimize institutions of the state. Mr. Mnangagwa is out of order. His bill is unconstitutional, is unlawful, is criminal, is legal, and all progressive forces in Zimbabwe must come together and ensure that we stop him from his missteps."
Some opposition MPs have already condemned the Constitution of Zimbabwe amendment, which seeks to postpone elections. Hwange Central Member of Parliament Honorable Daniel Molokeli, posting on his social platforms today, described the bill as the dark days in the political history of Zimbabwe. Another opposition MP, Gladys Hlachwayo, called for citizens to vehemently oppose and reject any attempts to violate the constitution. Madzibabave Shanduko and others were back in court today for his bail application ruling. However, the matter was again postponed to 13 February 2026. Madzibabave Shanduko, along with other activists, were arrested in October last year and charged with incitement after calling for peaceful protests against Mr. Mnangagwa's dictatorship. Former youth leader and Harare Youth Quota MP Honorable Takudzwa Ngadzore has said he is still waiting for an update from the police with regards to his abduction and torture. Ngadzore was abducted 3 years ago by state agents who were correctly identified by members of the public after he captured them live on Facebook. Despite making a report to Moberin police station, the police seemed to be reluctant to pursue the case. Violence was on parade at a ZANU-PF PEC meeting held in Mutare at the new government complex yesterday. One of the members, only identified as Jani, was badly injured as a result of attacks by a rival group. There is disharmony and disunity within ZANU-PF because of factionalism. The Medical Services Amendment Bill was debated in Senate today amid strong opposition from the church. The bill is set to legalize abortion, but the churches are opposed to it on grounds that it violates the right to life. The bill, however, has been lauded by female rights groups who argue that it empowers women to make choices about their pregnancy. Parents in Chitungwiza have expressed anger over the issue of extra lesson fees that are being charged by teachers in public schools. Some of the parents who spoke to Citizens Movement Radio said they are being asked to pay US $10 to $20 per month for extra lessons, despite the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education outlawing extra lessons. Teachers nationwide are demanding money from parents for extra lessons. Back to our top story, we spoke to citizens to hear their views on the ZANU-PF government attempts to make numerous amendments to the constitution.
Zimbabweans, tinoda kuti tionesane. Zimbabwe inyika yedu. Zimbabwe haisi nyika yaZiambe Ziambe. Zimbabwe is not belongs to Ziambe Ziambe. Zimbabwe belongs to the majority of the people of Zimbabwe. It's not from Ziambe Ziambe. This country is for us as Zimbabweans. Let us fight to defend our constitution. Ziambe is not Zimbabwe. ZANU-PF is not Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe belongs to us. Let's fight and to defend our constitution. Let me tell you something. ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF, they draft to change the constitution, which means the president Arukunzi atonge for 7 years. President Akanzi atonge for 7 years. That president is not elected by the majority. President is going to be elected by the members of parliament, because you know very well ZANU-PF, if they manage to win the majority in parliament, they are going to elect their leader to be a president, which means the Zimbabweans majority, we are limited to elect our own president. To elect our own president. Taakusarudzwa members of parliament. Why zviri kuitika zvinizvi? ZANU-PF knows very well that 2023 Mnangagwa was not voted by the people of Zimbabwe. ZANU-PF, they never been win the election in Zimbabwe. People of Zimbabwe, they reject them. They never been voted by the people of Zimbabwe. That's why they are trying their best to change the constitution, because they know that if you still continue using this constitution, we are also going to lose the election in 2028. That's why they are fighting to change the constitution. So Zimbabweans, ngatimirei tirwire nyika yedu, tirwire constitution yedu, tirwire kodzero dzedu dzokuti tivotere president atinoda, kwete kuvotewa members of parliament, kwete kuvotewa nebato reZANU-PF, tipuwe freedom of speech, freedom of expression, tichitaura zvatinoda. Nyika ndeyedu, haisi nyika yeZANU-PF. Nyika ndeyedu isi maZimbabweans. Nyika ndeyedu, ngatiregei kuignore. Ngatirwirei bumbiro romutemo yenyika yedu. Thank you very much. Nhai vanhu veZANU-PF, chii chaizvo chanyanyonetsa paconstitution yeZimbabwe kuti ichinjwe? Chii chanyanyonetsa kuti constitution yeZimbabwe ichinjwe? Constitution yeZimbabwe ndiyo iri kutadzisa here kuti mainvestor apinde munyika? Constitution yeZimbabwe ndiyo iri kutadzisa here kuti vana vaone mabasa? Constitution yeZimbabwe ndiyo here yatadzisa kuti vana vaende kuzvikoro? Constitution ndiyo here yatadzisa kuti zvipatara zvive nemedication? Constitution ndiyo here yatadzisa kuti marodzi agadzirwe? Constitution ndiyo here yatadzisa kuti masoja asabhadhare mari inotenga? Constitution ndiyo here yatadzisa kuti madoctors asabhadhare nemanesi asabhadhare mari inotenga? Constitution ndiyo here iri kukonzeresa kuti mapurisa asabhadhare mari inotenga? Constitution ndiyo here iri kukonzeresa kuti ikonomi yenyika yemuZimbabwe isafambe zvakanaka? Chii chiri kunetsa paconstitution? Dzimwe nyika dziri kugadzira, dziri kuunza mainvestors kuti vana vaone mabasa. Imi muri kuti sika neconstitution. Chii ko zvinombodzi constitution yacho? Chii chanyanya kuita paconstitution? Chii chatadzisa kuti nyika ifambe ienderere mberi? Iconstitution here? Chii ko chaitika? Zimbabwe, ZANU-PF ngatiitei zvinhu zvinobatika. Ngatidevelopei nyika. siyanai neconstitution. Constitution iripo iyo iri right, constitution iripo iyo iri yakatinakira isi sevana vezimbabwe. Madii kuita zvamakapromisa vana vemuzimbabwe muchawapa mabasa 2 million. Mabasa 2 million ari kupi? Ko mabasa makati muchapa mayuthi ari kupi? Ko maproject amuri kuti mayuthi yachina ari kupi? Ndiyo here constitution yatadzisa kuti mabasa asauye? Ndiyo here constitution yatadzisa kuti vana vezimbabwe tiwanewo mari inotenga, tionewo nemari yedu isinotengawo? Ndiyo here constitution? Ziyambe, nyika haisi yamai wako, nyika haisi yambuya wako, nyika haisi yambuya wako yaunogarira pasi uchichinja constitution.
In our sports news, Zimbabwean powerlifters made history at the 2026 Global Powerlifting and Bodybuilding International Championships in Dubai held yesterday. Godwin G.S. Maka dominated the competition, winning gold in his sub-masters category and claiming overall honors in powerlifting. Chidoma Enzanise, who is currently Africa's strongest woman, secured first place in a category and second overall in the women's division, while fellow Zimbabwean Spiwe Mnyaka also excelled, taking first in a category and third overall. 4 fixtures have been lined up for tonight in the English Premier League. 5th placed Chelsea host Leeds United, while 4th placed Manchester United travel to West Ham. Tottenham host Newcastle, while Everton welcome Bournemouth at their home. To conclude our Citizens Movement Radio News, here are the headlines once more. Zimbabwe at edges, anger grows over cabinet plans to amend the constitution. DCP rise to cabinet warns against constitution amendment. MPs urged to reject Agenda 2030 bill. The news on CMR English was brought to you by me, Bernard Stele. Me and the whole team wishes you all a wonderful evening. Good night to you all. Stay tuned to Citizens Movement Radio, your station of choice, speaking truth to power. Meet us again another news bulletin.